Poll ended. All right, so I'll be playing the Cult of Mystery. Right here. And then Josh, you will be playing the Cult of Attraction. Matthias, you're playing the Cult of Whispers, and then that leaves the Cult of Might for you, Christina. And then the Cult of Passage did not receive a vote, so it'll just go off to the side over here. I almost put that in your hiding spot. I'm sorry, Matthias. I apologize.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Cult of Might. Exactly. Uncle Labin. All right. All right. I'll open up my cult pamphlet here. We'll put this guy on one. All right. All right, so are we ready to start, Christina? Do we want to give it another 2 minutes, let people trickle in, start at 12:10? What are you thinking?
I think we can start going into the overview of gameplay as people trickle in.
Perfect.
And then by the time other people catch up, we'll be ready to game.
Okay. So the things that you need to know about the cult expansion. The cult expansion is all about growing your cult influence. The way that you do that is by converting fellow cult members by converting humans out on the wilderness to raise your influence. The way that you're going to do that is once during at the end of one of your turns, you are able to cultivate if there are 3 humans of a specific or of a corresponding flavor there. So say I have 3 hunters, I could cultivate, create, or increase my influence by 1. But the idea is you are wanting to increase your influence as high as possible so you can unlock your rituals to get better actions throughout the game. In addition to trying to score all the same traditional points that you are looking for in the base game Twisted Cryptids. So you're going to be setting everything up just like you had in the base game. I will go through setup for any newcomers who were not here for the last stream. Totally fine. You'll be setting up your stacks. All of that good stuff. We have the hidden trait cards here. Again, keep in mind that the hidden trait cards have the cards from the culture expansion, along with event cards from the expansion, and then action cards as well. And then again, we are playing Chupacabra. We are playing Bigfoot, Lizard Person, and Jersey Devil. And then again, we have our individual cults here. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and just dive in. We'll kind of get started with setup here. So go ahead. Do you want to shuffle those for me, Josh? Perfect. Are we do we have everything else shuffled?
Yeah, everything's shuffled.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and we set up the board state as a state of already kind of ready to play. Again, what you'll do is you would set up the board something very similar to this, where you're going to have your action cards with a discard pile over here. You're going to have your event cards with the current event pile off to the right. You're going to have your hidden trait cards. You're going to line up all of your meeples above the 5 on the myth track. Everyone starts at 5 points. You will put humans out on the wilderness, matching their corresponding location or their corresponding icons here on each spot. So as you can see here, we have a researcher and a hiker here on Crystal River. We have a hunter and a hiker here on the Crooked Chasm. I was trying to read that upside down and that was not going well. Pine Hill Park, so on and so forth. And then you have the remaining leftover humans in the rest area over here. We have our corresponding hiding spots that will match up with one of our 3 stacks that we're creating down here. We have our first player token indicating that Chupacabra is going first. We have the cult influence token. One will represent the influence your cult has on your board, and then the other one will represent your cult out here on the wilderness. But we will go ahead and just dive straight in. So let's go ahead and I am drawing a total blank. It's hidden traits first, yes? Yes. Okay, so have everyone, I'll draw my 2, everyone draw 2, select 1. Something to note here on Tabletop Simulator, as we are going through this, if you see any of my cards face up, rest assured the other people at the table cannot see them. We have hidden zones set up, so theoretically what you can see, only us, like the viewers and me, can see. The team is going to keep their eyes off the screen as much as possible. However, you do want to make sure that your stack cards are hidden throughout the game. So just keep that in mind. do this one. I'll put this one back, and by back I mean off the table. Or back in the stack, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking. All right, and then we are going to set up our stacks accordingly. So I'm going to take all of my 9 stack cards here, and I'm going to make my, or sighting cards, not stack cards, sighting cards, and I'm going to make my 3 corresponding stacks that will match up with my hiding spot tokens here. And again, you want to keep in mind, as you're setting this up strategy-wise, you want to make sure that you're following, probably setting up your stacks in accordance with your hidden trait is a good piece of advice. For those that have one that correspond to that. Okay.
Jesse, do you guys have any tips for how you typically strategize setting up your stacks?
Yeah, so
Totally not for me, totally for the fans.
yeah. So one I'm glad you made that distinction there. You clearly don't need any help with the strategy. We've seen how you play games, so you're top tier. So one piece of advice that I can give, and again, there's no one piece of advice that will be correct every time. However, definitely take into account what your hidden trait is. Again, there are some hidden traits that rely on board state and not as much on stack or sighting card state. So there's a little bit there. However, the best way that I can, probably best piece of advice I can give is consider that you likely want more of your real deals revealed probably past turn 1, give or take. There will be more humans out on the map, which means, again, can go one way or another. It could be or spell disaster for you. Those more humans out on the wilderness could result in you getting an unsavory reveal. However, the more humans that are out there, the more points that can be scored. So I typically try to offset real deals so they're not all on the top. Again, just kind of depends on how you want to do it, but I definitely use my hidden trait card to help me build my stacks when at all possible. But just keep in mind, real deals have a higher potential at point yield, also higher potential at negative point yield as well. So just those are probably the 3 that you want to play around in regards to picking when you want to try to reveal them.
Got it.
Yeah. This one.
Additionally, this isn't going to hit you too much, I think. But in this expansion pack, you do have an extra cult to think about.
Yes.
And every cult has 3 unique rituals, or 3 rituals, and aspects of ritual 2 might preference or prefer a certain flavor of human to another.
Yes.
And that might be something to pay attention to. I don't think you'll have trouble with that right now. I don't think you should pay attention to it. But if you are already playing this game and you know how to strategize, that would be a factor to pay attention to in this expansion pack.
That's a good call out. Yeah, Mel, I just saw your statement there. Yes, that's like one of the things that we feel like offers a significant amount of strategy is you get to set up your stacks however you want at the beginning of the game. However, there is a caveat of once they are set up and gameplay has started, you cannot rearrange your stacks. So just keep that in mind. The top card of each stack will be the top card revealed. I'm going to go ahead and flip these over. Normally, you would not do this at the table because you don't want your opponents to know. However, because I want the viewers to be able to see what I'm attempting to manipulate humans around for, you can see what that looks like. I'm going to try my best to jump around from gameplay to my individual play area as much as possible. Definitely flag me in chat if you want to see something in particular, because I'm happy to go back and highlight over any card as well. I'll try my best to keep up with the messages there as well. All right. Yes. And then I'll try to show off some sighting cards for Chupacabra here as we're going through. I'll highlight over them as I am showing you, so you can see some of the art as well. I'll try my best to do that anytime I have a new card on the top of one of my stacks. And then something to note about setup, the last thing that we need to do not last thing, the next spot or thing that we're going to be doing is going to be placing our hiding spot tokens. So I will get into that as well. And that is does everyone have their stacks set up? I guess would have been the better question.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. So we are ready to play then. So then starting in player order, starting with first player, which is Chupacabra and or me, I'm going to place one of my hiding spots on one of the sites of the wilderness. Something to note about hiding spots in the wilderness is in a 4-player game, up to 4 players, each hiding spot may only have up to 3 total cryptids hiding on it, and your hiding spots may not contain more than one of your own hiding spots. So in other words, if I had this one here, which funny enough, I actually am going to start by we'll start up here. We'll go Witch's Ridge first, or Witch Ridge first. So once Josh places his, say Josh goes here, and then say Matthias goes here, not that Matthias has to, then Christina would be unable to go to this location with one of her hiding spots once a 3rd token gets here, but I'll cover that again as we go.
Matthias also wishes to go to Witch Ridge, but with a different hiding spot value.
Nice. All right. So again, this meets the requirement of now there can no longer be another hiding spot here because we have the max of 3. Keep in mind that when you play with 5 or 6 players, each location on the wilderness can have up to 4 hiding spots. Same rule of I can now no longer place another hiding spot here. So just keep that in mind. All right, so Christina, it is your place. You can place your first hiding spot location on any spot except for Witch Ridge.
Yeah, and it's just my first one, but I can choose any of the 3 that are available.
Correct.
Yep.
That is correct.
Also,
Because they
we're going to Pine Hill
correspond
Park.
to the 3 stacks that you just made.
Yes.
Oh, okay. The way that the hiding spot token is placed is once the first player has done it for the first round, they're going to pass the first player token to the player to their left, and then you will start in that same essentially draft order where now Josh, as the first player of this one, will place his hiding spot, so on and so forth.
Lizard person, your turn.
I am going to place... I mean, that would be nice to grab. I think I'm going to put this over here.
Interesting. I'm gonna hang out at the Crooked Chasm.
All right, where am I gonna go? Oh man, I wanted to be popular and go to Pine Hill Park, but that's fine. I'll go somewhere else. Not really.
We don't want you there.
That's fair. They don't allow dogs. I get it. It's fine.
Yep. Park's closed.
Yeah, right. Where do I want to go now? All right, let me think about this here real quick. We will go hiding spot 3 right there.
Pass
Thank
first
you for
player
this.
to lizard person.
And if I recall correctly, because we're playing the Cryptid Culture expansion pack, by placing this final token, I also place my cult.
That
correct?
is correct.
On any site with one of your hiding spots.
Yep. It doesn't have to go to the last
Nope.
place, just any one of your 3.
As I am currently the first player of this placement round, I place my final hiding spot, which means I get to locate my cult somewhere. There are 2 tokens that we get. One goes onto the board, one goes onto the wilderness. And I guess I'm going to stick myself in here. There we go. There's my cult.
Awesome.
Over to you.
I believe I'm next. I do want to say, as if you tuned into the last stream, you probably saw me misplay and miss out on quite a few points. So I would like to clarify that this time I am taking notes. And I also think this is very comical because after I place my hiding spot here on Crystal River, I'm also putting my cult on Pine Hill Park. And this is why it's really exciting that we have unlocked the expanded board for the Kickstarter as a stretch goal, which means that all of the wilderness boards will be expanded by 20%, as you can see, to fit all of the tokens of the humans moving around, all of your player tokens, and then all of your cult tokens.
Mhm.
So, exciting news.
Very
That
nice.
is all.
Yeah, and something to note, we do not have that expanded board here in tabletop, so you're not looking at that expanded board right now. So just something to note. I mean, we could probably get one. However, we don't have it right now. So, all right, so it's my go. Now I have to place my last hiding spot and then my cult token. Sure. Well, man, saddling myself up to Jersey Devil seems like a trap. I've seen how you play this game, Christina. You're gonna lure the wrong humans to me. It's okay. I'll risk it for the biscuit. And then this is going to. Where do I want this one? Here. Okay. All right. And then last but not least, your turn, Josh.
Let's see. I'm Bigfoot, I'm beautiful, and I'm visiting Maple Lake. And my cult will hang out at Witch Ridge.
Ooh, okay.
Which ridge? That ridge.
Yeah, which one? That one. All right. So now that everyone has placed their hiding spot tokens, the first player token will pass one more time.
Yep.
This starts gameplay essentially off for us, but first we're going to all draw up to 5 cards. Perfect. Right. And Christina, you will be you'll be starting us off with the event. So flip it over and resolve the event. I will, and now for gameplay purposes, when an event is revealed, so the first player of the round will reveal the top card of the event deck. This is known as the current event. This event will be resolved from top to bottom. So starting with the researcher note there. That's how you will work your way down. You'll start with the researcher note, or hunter note, and then hiker note, or effect, I guess, not note.
So our event this round is Seeking the Truth. Our first step is to distribute researchers from the site with the most researchers to adjacent sites. So if I remember correctly, that means that I get to choose which site, since there's 4 that are tied for most researchers, and then just resolve that at just one of the sites.
Correct. Yeah. So it would be, it can be this one. It can be any of the 4 sites with a researcher now because they're all tied, and then you just move it to an adjacent site.
Okay, wonderful. Mm-hmm. I am going to move from here just over here. Our next step is to extract one hunter from the site with the most hunters, which same case scenario.
I was going to show those off at some point. I saw somebody asking about the
I'm going to slow you guys down a little bit over here. Sorry to ruin these beautifully organized tokens.
How dare you? No, I'm just kidding.
I know. I'm flipping the table on tabletop simulator. And our last step is to attract 2 hikers to the site with the fewest humans, which is now the site that try to read it upside down. The Crystal River, I believe.
Oh, yes.
We have 2 options.
Yes.
Oh, no.
So it can be here or here. So you can go Crystal River or Maple Lake, because the cult does not count towards human flavor or the human total.
Wow, would you look at that? So many hikers really want to see the Crystal River.
I mean, I think the Maple Lake has a lot of nice sights. Just putting it out there. No? Ah.
All right. And then that handles the event. Perfect. Yes. Okay, so now that the current event has been handled, again, reading from top to bottom and resolving the effects in that order, we are ready to start gameplay. So again, I'm going to go ahead and give a quick rundown. I know that we gave a quick rundown at what the purpose of Twisted Cryptids is at the beginning of last stream. However, for any of you that are new here, I definitely don't want to overlook that. The point of Twisted Cryptids is to score the most amount of myth points possible. The way that you're going to do that is by manipulating humans around the board. Some of that will happen via event play, but most of that will happen via card play. So in turn order, starting with player 1, the round is going to take place over 3 turns for each player. So each player will have the opportunity to play a combination of 3 cards, use a cryptid or a culture effect, and or use a cryptid. power as well. And then the player with the most amount of myth points at the end of 5 rounds wins the game. So we'll calculate the point total based upon where our cryptids are on the myth track, any myth that we've scored along the way, in addition to any of our hidden traits. So again, the way that you're going to do that is by manipulating humans on the board, and the way that a reveal happens is the site with at least one hiding spot and the most humans at the end of each round will have a reveal happen. The reveal is when each player on that location will take the top card of their corresponding stack that matches their hiding spot, and they will score or lose points based upon the distribution of humans at that location. So I figured I'd give a quick rundown on that. But Christina, if you would like to go ahead and kick us off, you're player 1.
Yeah, absolutely. I am gonna start this off by goodness, I was playing on the other side of the board last time we did this, so this will just be a slight adjustment. Playing on the other side, I'm gonna attract one hiker over here again to the Crystal River, just a hot spot.
Oh, yes. This is something that I should have mentioned. Thank you for the Colts. Something that you can do on your turn. So you may direct, which is you discard a card to move your Colt by the amount of cards discarded. So a direct is moving a Colt from one location to another, or Colt token from one location to another, or an adjacent one. The way that you do that is I can discard any number of cards to move that, to direct that number of spots. And then again, at the end of each one of my turns, if possible, not at the end of each one, at the end of one of my turns during the round, I can choose to cultivate if there are 3 humans of a specific flavor at that location. So just keep that in mind. Cool. And you went, Christina, is that correct? So it's my go?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. What do I want here? Okay, I have to reassess the board here. Oh man, okay. This is not ideal. We're gonna start off real easy. And I am going to just I'm going to attract one researcher. That's what I'm going to do. It took me a second to figure out what I wanted to do here. We're going to attract one researcher to right here. So what I did there, again, for anyone that is new, when I play a card from my hand, if it's not an and card, I have to choose which of the side I am affecting or what effect I'm going to use. So I went ahead and attracted one researcher. Something to note is when you attract, it comes from the rest area to a site of your choosing with one of your hiding spots. I went ahead and chose this hiding spot to be attracted to. If I were to extract from a spot, it has to come from a spot of my hiding spot or an adjacent one. If I am going to lure, that means to take a corresponding human of a certain flavor and move them towards one of my hiding spot locations. If I'm going to scare, it is moving away from one of my hiding spot locations. Just figured that was worth noting for anyone new. All right, and I am going to go ahead and cultivate.
I think you can at this turn.
Oh,
right?
no, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I forgot that we for the first round. Yes, you're correct. Thank you. I always forget we have one for the first round. It's cultivating after.
Makes sense.
Yes. Cool.
Does that mean it's my go then?
Yes.
I will.
I was excited to show off
one researcher.
I was excited to show off the cultivate, and I forgot we don't cultivate on the first round.
Strong lure a researcher over here.
All right.
Excuse me.
Interesting. I need to perform good actions. And that is sometimes a challenge. So, I am going to discard this one card to use Lizard Persons Act Casual cryptid ability, which means I get to attract one human and then draw 2 cards.
Nice.
I
And that
am
was the
going-
cryptid power on the bottom of Lizard Person here.
That is correct. So I'm attracting one human all the way to Witch Ridge, and I'm drawing 2 cards, hoping I get something cool. Fantastic. Over to you.
You know what? Using cryptid powers sounds like a really good idea. I'm also going to activate my cryptid power, especially because it's pretty good in the first or second turn. I'm going to make a deal. So I'm going to discard this card from my hand, and in turn, I get to extract 2 humans and then draw 2 cards, which is pretty nice.
That was Jersey Devil's cryptid power located on the bottom of the card there.
I would like to confirm for both the viewers and myself, when I extract, can it be one from two different sites where I have hiding spots, or does it have to be from the same hiding spot?
So the extracts so if it was, say it was like extract and then instead of draw 2, it was extract 2 and lore 1, the extract 2 would come from the same site, and then the lore 1 could come from a different site. So an and allows it to come from 2 sites, but the extract 2, because it's all part of the same action, you're taking it from the same site.
Okay, that is good clarification to have. I mainly am doing this because I really want to draw cards. I'm not too mad about the current board state.
That's fair.
Let me see. I'm going to extract these 2.
Oh, you would.
Why
Yes.
would you do that? No.
I don't even know if I particularly need them. I just...
Cool. And that is my turn. I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't make enemies this early on.
Already
Oh,
did.
no. The enemies have been here all this time.
What do I want to do here? Okay, here, this is what we're going to do. I do not like my cards, so I'm going to play Rummage. Or do that one. So I'm going to Rummage. I'm getting rid of all 3 of my cards to draw 3 additional cards, and then I'm going to play 1. Yes, okay, this is what I was hoping for. Where are they going, though? Yeah. Get these off of my hiding spot, please. Your number 3 can have them up there. All right.
Let's see here. I will attract 1 researcher.
Nice.
I am noticing a pattern here. We're going to have to sort things out. So I'm going to attract 1 researcher and 2 humans.
Ooh.
And so I'm going to put 3 researchers all the way over to Witch Ridge.
Oh.
All right, and then Christina, this is the last, your last turn of the round. Just keep that in mind. We all have 1 more play for the round, and then it will be figuring out where the reveal happens, or the encounter happens.
All right, Chupacabra and Bigfoot, I need you to help me out here, or at least Bigfoot. Chupacabra, you're left out of this location.
I make no promises.
I would like to lure 1 researcher, and we're gonna just take you.
No.
It's okay. I'm going to give us a chance here because I am...
You monster.
What happens if there are no humans of a specific flavor in the rest area? That's a good question. So if there are no... So say I have a card that says attract 2, and let's just say that there was only 1. I will attract what I can out to the board. Now, there is a caveat to this. So like if there's 1 left and I need 2, I will only take the 1. However, if I attract 2 and there are at least 2 there, I have to take both of them. I cannot choose to bring just 1 if they are there. But yeah, if they are not, if they're out at the rest area, and say you wanted to bring 1 back in, but there aren't any here, you may first want to look at at extracting a couple of them first and then rebringing them back in on your next turn. There's a couple ways around it. So, oh, so this is going to be interesting.
Don't you dare.
Well, so this is the thing here. I'm going to, because Matthias added to here and Josh is saying he's probably not going to help you, I'm going to gamble it here and discard this card, actually, to not do that, to actually whoop over to there. I'm directing my cult.
Ooh.
It might come back to bite me, but I'm hoping that these two other people in line here want this spot.
I mean, Josh seemed to want to flood.
I know he did.
Pine Hill Park with researchers, while I want researchers somewhere else. So we'll see what happens.
I will. You know what? I feel bad. I hurt Christina last time. So we'll discard this card to yoink two researchers.
How are you going to do that?
Yoink.
Yoink, you're discarding. My bad. I was like, this is not researchers. What are you talking about? And then you're yoinking them. Yeah.
My bad. Activate my cryptid power
Yeah.
of yoink to
Nice.
lure two researchers over here.
Nice.
I'll keep that in mind, Josh. Thank you.
All right. What?
Matthias still might mess it up, but
Yeah, for sure.
Matthias is in a.
It's okay.
He's in a bind.
I have faith that you will do something really cool, Matthias.
I have nothing cool to do. Dang it! I wish I did. I guess I'm just going to have to do this. This is very silly. I'm just going to have to learn the one hunter over here.
Hopefully that really hurts you guys. I have no skin in the game, so this is exciting to me. I get to see who is going to get messed up by a coat rack again. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So the way that this ends, the round ends here. All levity aside. So after the last player of a round has taken their last turn, you're going to the active players, not active player, first player, who is Christina, will look at the board and establish where the encounter or the reveal is going to happen. And that's going to happen at the site with at least one hiding spot in the most humans. Keep in mind, in this expansion, cults do not count towards human total here, so these are not figured into the total of human tokens on the location. So Christina, it's pretty obvious, but go ahead for all the viewers and establish where the reveal and or encounter is going to happen for this round. Perfect.
So to everybody's surprise, the reveal is going to be at Witch Ridge. The researchers seem really drawn to some bustling that's going on in this location. And
I can't tell if you were being sarcastic there, but it is not at Witch Ridge. It is actually at Pine Hill Park.
Sorry.
You said that.
Sorry, I'm reading this upside down, and when I zoom in on the table, it flips it for me.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Pine Hill Park.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it is Pine Hill Park. No problem. So yeah, that is, it's happening on this one here. I thought you were joking.
My
I thought you were
apologies.
yanking my chain there for a second.
Oh no, I just can't read upside down.
That's fair.
I've learned I have a new flaw. But
Nice.
in the wrestling bushes, they found a really big bat.
It's one big bet.
Yeah. Fortunately, that hiker did nothing to me. But I do gain 7 myth points.
Nice. Perfect.
Which is exciting.
So I will explain this interaction on the myth track here. So as you are gaining myth points, she gained 7, Christina gained 7 myth points here. What that looked like is it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Since she'd started at 5, she's now at 12 points. So she took a corresponding 10 myth token here. Yanking my chain. Never heard that one before. Man, that was like, maybe that's just like a 90s thing. I don't know. I feel like I grew up with that statement. Yanking my chain.
People don't yank chains like
Yeah,
they
yanking
used
my
to. It's really
chain,
bad.
pulling my leg.
Yeah, pulling my leg was another one. All right. But yeah, so that's how it
Jesse,
works. Yes.
question here.
Yes.
Do I also score for Ritual 1 on my
You do.
cult track?
You do, because you have your corresponding cult token here on the revealed location. So you will score an additional 1 point. So go ahead and bump up 1 myth, I guess, not 1 point. So yeah, the base ritual 1 for all of the cults is just you gain additional myth points equal to your influence level when your cult token is at the site of a location or at the site of a reveal. But so Christina gained an additional 1 myth point because this was the site of the reveal that also had one of her token or had her cult token here as well. And
because you guys saw the big bat, there is an effect of the sighting. I will be luring one researcher to the site of the encounter.
Hold on.
Oh joy, another one.
I have to pause for a second. We just got the announcement that we hit 20,000 backers, which is extremely exciting.
Well done.
Yeah, so that's very exciting. We appreciate all the support. Crazy. Yeah, 20,004 backers right now.
Wow.
Can I ask how you determine when to use the 3 cult powers? You may. So the ritual 1 here is more of it's not that you're using it, it's that you're benefiting from ritual 1 when your cult is represented at the spot of a hiding or is at the spot of a reveal with one of your hiding spots there. So this one isn't one that you have to trigger. It is one that just triggers upon, and by trigger I mean you don't have to use an action to use this one. The other one, Ritual 2, is when you play a card to attract hunters to a site, you may move your cult to that site. This is just if you choose to do so. This is, you see this one, like on this one in particular, you will likely see me do this when I'm attracting hunters to a site that I want to have at a reveal. I'll just go ahead and move my cult token there. And then Ritual 3, that is tied to when I'm directing my cult. So that's when I discard a card or discard any number of cards to move that number of spaces or to that many locations. That's when I would get to use this one. If I and it can only be, the last one can only be used once per round. So hopefully that answers it. Yeah, so think of them as passive. I think that's a good way to look at like the cult effect 1, is that's just an ongoing thing. But yes. Oh, yes. Good call. That is something else. I'm glad they are unlocked when you get to that influence level. That was probably what you were asking, and I did a bad job at describing it. However, so right now I only have access to Ritual 1. Once I get to Influence 2, I will have access to Ritual 1 and 2. Once I get to Ritual or Influence 3, I will have access to all 3 of them. So that was that good clarification there. Okay. I don't know who I interrupted. I don't know where we are in the process. I apologize.
Christina had just lured one researcher to the side of the encounter from her silhouette.
Okay. And then
I think she had finished. She would take this.
Yes. So you need to take your little so what happens when a reveal happens? I am not part of this reveal, so I'm gonna have to show you through somebody else's eyes.
Do you want to follow me as I do?
Yes, I will follow Josh. That'll be a whole lot easier than spinning my entire camera around for Christina.
Gosh.
So my number 3 is 2 cacti, 1 cact guy. Gains off, also doesn't get hurt by the hunters. So
man, and you're pulling another researcher. Oh man, Matthias is going
8
to
points.
Kill it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yes, Hobo, what Dell said, and for any of you who haven't noticed, that is also Matthias.
Hello.
So if you see any of our corresponding names, it is because we're chatting some in the Twitch chat as well. However, that is worth noting. The reason you want to go above that is so that way on each of your reveals, if you are lucky enough to have your cult token there, you're getting more additional points. So on the first reveal, because Christina's influence was only 1, she only gained an additional point. Jersey Devil up here, say she had been at 5 and had been on the side of the reveal, she actually would have scored an additional 5 myth points. So that's why it's worth leveling up over 3. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Unfortunately, my Cult of Attraction is not here, so I don't gain Ritual 1 points. But then I will do the effect, lure one researcher to the side of the encounter. pull this guy.
The deepest of sighs.
And then I finished resolving this card, so I will pull off my hiding spot and place it on my stack.
Yes. You can't see him place it on his stack, but he's going to place it on his corresponding 3 stack is what you would do. Christina would have done the same. However, they go to, well, hers would have gone to her second stack. But because this is a hidden location on tabletop, you can't see that. So cool. All right. Now, last but not least, lizard person.
Allow me to paint you all a picture. Poor little lizard person, hearing the noises, stressed out, worried that they are coming to get them, leaps out as a... Come on, buddy. Uh-oh, hang on, my cards are moving. There we go.
Yeah, he pulled 2 of them out.
Uh-oh. My internet decided to lag.
No.
As a raging reptile, roaring in anger, only to have 1,000 little cameras and research equipment prodding every little inch of his body.
Oh no.
So they are now, sadly, in a very confusing situation. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Minus 9 points, plus 2. So
Plus,
that is
plus one.
plus 1. So that's just minus 6 points instead. How wonderful. I think poor lizard person finds themselves down at point 0.
No.
But I performed a great fight. I participated.
Yeah. Oh, that was really... that's like Christina's first reveal of the last stream, I think. She messed up the token reveal that she thought she was going to get, and her coat rack scored her like negative 8 points or something like that. It was really sad.
I'm only negative 6, so I'm still winning.
Insult to injury, you can't use your cryptid power the next day.
That is true. My cryptid power is done and dusted for the next round.
All right, yeah. So something to note, the real deal cards, when they are revealed, they have probably a net negative would probably be the way to look at the effect on the bottom, where you're going to be a little bit penalized for the next turn because you likely scored some points. In Matthias's case, this was just bad timing. He does not get to use his cryptid power on top of not scoring many points here. But, luck of the draw happens sometimes. Unfortunately, as much as you want influence over a spot, you don't always get it.
It is what it is, yes. This is a game that has conflict, and I now have a couple of enemies, so right. That's good. At least I have a goal to the end of the game. Over to you.
Yes. So real quick, cult tokens at the site, they stay. They are not removed like they're not removed like the hiding spots. They will stay because you can direct them around the wilderness by discarding cards. However, he did score a point for it. He scored 2 points for this one. As you can see here, it was -1 for each researcher, +2 for the hunters. And then he got 1 for having this here. So he did score at least 1 for that. Okay, Christina, so now starting with you again, because you're first player, you're going to go ahead and replace your hiding spot token. The only caveat here for anybody watching is that you cannot return your hiding spot token to the site of the encounter. So when Christina got revealed here, she cannot come back to here, and then the same stipulations of no more than 3 cryptids at any given time can be hiding at one location in a 4-player game. So go ahead.
This is very funny because I don't have a choice.
Yeah, you can't go here, you can't go here, so you have to go here.
I guess we're going to the scenic swamp.
And to break that interaction down for the viewers, there are some stipulations. Like I said, she cannot go to a spot with 3 or more hiding spots. So she cannot go here or here. And because her hiding spot token is here and here, her only other place to go is over here because she cannot go back to the site of the encounter. So
is this also where I will discard and draw back up to 5 cards, or do I wait until everybody has replaced their hiding spots?
You would do that now as well.
Okay, cool.
Yep. And you can discard any number of cards that you would like and then redraw up to 5.
Gotcha.
Moonless, that is not the case. So you don't lose points for not being part of the encounter. However, you lose out on the fact that you can't score any points either. So while you're not losing any points not being there, you also aren't gaining any. And it is actually done over 5 rounds with 3 turns for each player per round, is the way that it's broken down. So it's done over 5 rounds.
As a professional at this point, I feel like, for example, me not participating in this round would have been relatively useful for me.
Yeah.
Not to mention that the actual real deals, at the end of the game, if they're still hidden in your stacks, they are worth points.
Yes.
So technically, I didn't just lose 6 points. I lost 11.
Yes.
No.
6
12?
plus 7, you actually lost 13.
Yeah, I can do math, I swear.
All right. Something to note here is a player that was not part of the encounter has the opportunity to relocate one of their hiding spots at the end of a round. I went ahead and did the advantageous thing, and I hope that it is not bunker busted by a event card, but I'm hoping to gain big on moving into this spot here. So, and now on to Josh. Let me draw my 4 cards. I'll hold on to that last one. Okay. Basic.
Visit the Crooked Chasm.
And
I will.
Nice. Basically, you always want cults to stick around you all the time. Not necessarily. Why that typically tends to be the strategy if you're wanting to score points with them. The 3rd ritual actually allows you to direct across. It allows for some playability of them not necessarily being directly on you. So there is some rhyme or reason to use them to change the board state a little bit more. So while yes, I would say it's probably worth staying close to your cult, it's not necessarily a certainty that you have to. Okay, sorry. Okay, Matthias, I did not mean to. Yes, he is.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm going to go to the scenic swamp. Strategy I find winning is to keep my hiding spots close together. And I am going to discard, I think, all of my cards. I'm experiencing some weird internet situations. I do apologize.
It's so good. We will help you out as we're going.
5
No worries.
cards. I'm passing over to Christina.
So since it's come back to me, we're moving the first player token over to Chupacabra.
Hey, I'm a good boy. I get to be first player.
The goodest boy.
The goodest boy. Okay. Perfect. I have to align my crown. Okay, there we go. All right. So we're gonna start with. Let's make sure everyone has all 5 of their cards, which we do. Now I'm gonna go ahead and resolve the event deck. No, please. Oh, thank God. Whew. I thought this was going to be the one that was going to disrupt this whole thing, and I got really sad. Okay. Survey the area. Move 3 researchers from the site with the most researchers towards the site with the fewest humans, which is this one or this one.
Or this one.
Yeah, or this one. Oh, yeah, they're all. Okay, this is fine. Sure, they're going to go here. Okay. And then the next one, extract 1 hiker from the site with the most hikers. That would be this one here. And then the last one is attract 2 hunters to the site with the fewest humans, which would be this one or this one. They will go here. Actually, no, they're going to go here. What am I doing? They're going to go over there. I don't want you guys to have extra people over there. All right, so that is the event. Now we start gameplay. What do I want to do here? Okay, sure. We will start with this one. Surprise, surprise, I am going to... Wait, actually, we're not starting with that one. I take it back. We're going to do this one, and I'm going to scare them over here. Scare 2 researchers. And then I am going to cultivate now, and I am going to cultivate here. I guess.
And for those that haven't been here at the start, cultivate means that you look at all of the sites that you have hiding spots in, and if there are at least 3 humans of the same flavor, you can remove 1 human and increase the influence of your cult by 1. The level of your cult, the influence of your cult cannot be more than the number of rounds that the game has already been played.
Yes.
So currently the maximum influence we can get is 2.
Correct. Cool. And I'm doing it from this one. I will highlight the ability, or not the ability, the interaction a little bit more. So I'm choosing to cultivate here because there are at least 3 researchers here that I can cultivate at. I have a hiding spot here as well. And what that means is I am going to go ahead and bump my influence up to 2, which means I now have the ability to benefit from Ritual 1 and Ritual 2 as they happen. So this is when I play a card to attract hunters to a site. I may move my cult to that site and then gain 1 myth for each hunter attracted. So, all right.
My go?
Yep, your go.
I will. That could be useful. I'll do my cryptid powers. I will discard this to yoink these 2 hikers up to here. And then I will also cultivate one of those hikers to a cult. Increase my influence. That's what I'm trying to do.
Nice.
That's it.
Okay, very nice.
All right. I am going to... Well, I am going to attract 1 hunter and 1 researcher. The and card means that it is a different effect, so I could put this anywhere else where I have a hiding spot, but actually I want all of them to come here. And I'm going to cultivate as well, because I do have a hiding spot here. I'm going to take one of these hunters that I just got, return it, and level myself up to influence level 2.
Nice.
Over to you.
Christina.
All right. So I'm going to activate my cryptid power. I'm going to discard this card. It'll allow me to extract 2 humans and then draw 2 cards.
You would.
I would, and I will.
I mean, it makes sense.
I am actually gonna target Scenic Swamp and just extract 1 human.
All right.
And
Nice.
draw 2 cards.
Nice.
And then I would also like to cultivate at the Crooked Chasm. I can do this, yes.
You can, yes.
That is correct.
Yep. You have
Cool.
a hiding
So we're
spot
gonna-
there, and then 3 of the same flavor. So
And now that you did, from now on, there is a certain effect that is going to be empowered for you. In your case, it's if you extract a hunter from a site, you may move your cult to that site and then gain 2 myth.
Heck yes. I was honestly a little nervous, Matthias, when you were taking your turn, because before Witch Ridge got a little bit busier, you were probably going to cultivate from Crooked Chasm. So
I mean, I couldn't. I don't have a hiding spot there.
Oh, true. Sorry. That is Bigfoot. I thought that was
No, I'm a lizard person.
yes.
Was he
I-
able-
Lizard person is currently living strictly on the
Oh.
east side of the board from...
good call. Wait, hold on. Did Matthias use his cryptid power right there?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not.
Okay.
I'm actively avoiding that. Don't worry about it. I pay
Cool.
attention.
Okay. No, somebody had called it out, and I was like, I didn't think you had. I thought you had used the card. No, so he had used...
Use the card.
Yes. Card. So he did not. Sorry. But that was a good call out because I was paying attention to what was happening, but not what was played to make it happen. So, but it was this one. So, but yeah. For the round. So he cannot use it this round. So he has to play all 3 of his turns without using his cryptid power for this round.
That's okay. I have tools. I have other tools at my disposal.
Exactly. Okay. So Christina, you cultivated, which means it's my go, right?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. What do I want to do here? Okay, we are going to... Sure, why not? We will do this. I'm going to attract 1 hunter to here, and when I do that, when you play a card to attract hunters to a site, you may move your cult to that site, then gain 1 myth for each hunter attracted. So I'm going to go ahead and move, and then gain 1 myth point for each... Thank you. For each human I attracted, which was 1. So Josh, your go.
I don't think I'm going to be able to break up that. But that's fine. I will play attract one researcher and one human.
Nice. Okay.
And where will you do this?
So I will attract them to here, my number 3 hiding spot. So one researcher and one human. That human is a hiker. And my ritual 2 is when I play a card to attract hikers to a site, I may move my cult to that site, which I will.
Okay.
And
nice.
then if I do, I gain 1 myth for each hiker attracted. So I'll gain 1 myth.
Nice. Well played.
And I am going to play lure 1 researcher from each adjacent site using my 3rd hiding spot. Means I get 3 researchers in here.
Nice.
Nobody?
Awesome. I am going to lure 1 hiker over here.
Okay. Let me decide what I want to do here. I will do. Sorry, this is a. What do I want to do here? We're gonna do this. This makes sense. We're gonna extract 2 humans, and I'm extracting the 2 hunters from that location over there.
Let's see here. I will. Okay, sure. I will play this and card to extract 1 hunter. Get rid of this one. And lure 1 researcher.
Nice. Woo.
All right. I am going to actually answer a question. Someone asked, what is the lore behind the cults? Actually, every single cult has a little bit of a story behind it, which you'll be able to find on the cult pamphlet itself. And these are humans that are drawn in by the allure of you as a cryptid and the message of the cult. They're all unique and they're very fun to read. As for the action I'm actually going to take, I will be... I'm just going to perform this. I'm going to lure 1 researcher. And I'm going to lure 1 hiker, but if I can skip... Can I skip an and of luring, or can I not?
I think you can do it from a different site if you want.
Yeah.
But
Sure. I'm from here and I lure and there's nobody around me.
Okay. Perfect.
Just...
Yeah, and each of the cults have their own little flavor on the back here. I was trying to highlight that for you folks to read as I was still showing off gameplay. So on the back of each of the cult pamphlets, oh, thank you. It'll go back on its own. You can put it down.
oh, okay, I thought it would go underneath.
No, I thought it would too, but it does it. It just goes off and then back on. Kind of interesting. Okay, so in a turn, sorry, I'm answering another question. Once per round, you can only cultivate after you've played an action card. So not really. It has to come at the end of your turn. So technically speaking, you have to take an action before you can cultivate, but that could be passing, or playing your cryptid power. So yeah.
And I don't believe that you can only do it once. At the end of each turn, you may cultivate if you have the humans at the right spot and your influence level is too low. So you are able to scramble and try and catch up in a later round, I believe.
Yeah. And then, okay, so I'm sorry, I'm getting, so technically you don't have to play a card, I guess, but it does have to come at the end of one of your turns. So I can't cultivate and then use a card. It's cultivate at the end of a turn, so after you've taken your action for that turn. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Your final action.
Yeah, Christine, it's your final go. Sorry, I was distracted.
Wow, that's so many cards.
It is all good, yes, and that's actually part of my strategy. I made sure to use my cryptid power early so that I could show off Rummage,
Ooh, nice. Okay.
which is added with the cryptid culture expansion.
Yes.
So to Rummage, I can discard any number of action cards from my hand and then draw the same number of cards from the action deck. So I am going to discard this and this.
Okay.
Excuse me.
We're gonna drop those over there, and then I'll draw 2 cards, and then I get to play a card after
Correct.
I've done so. Hmm.
All right.
And I'm going to use this card that I just drew. So I'm gonna attract 1 hiker, and I'm gonna do that here. And then I'm also going to attract 1 human, which is also going to be a hiker,
Oh,
also to the
okay.
target chasm.
So I guess it's up to Chupacabra to decide if which ridge or crooked chasm is going to be the site.
Well, the best part about it is I played both of you. I actually wanted this site here, so this is where it's going to be. It's going to be at this one,
No.
Witch Ridge. So I'm going to start as first player. I'm going to do my first reveal, which is my Bon Appetit. Good boy's getting a meal here, and he's benefiting very well. 12 points, no minus points during the next day. I may not extract humans, which is a little bit sad, but I also get a +2. Oh, no, I don't. My cult thing is down here. Wrong site, but that's fine. So I get 12 points. This is me. So we'll go... I will just grab a 10 and then move up 2. So 10, because I would have gone all the way around the board once, and then 1, 2. Boom. Okay, that is my reveal there, and let me get my token.
All right, Bigfoot.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I am dumb. Same thing. Wrong card. Wrong stack. My bad. I still get points, but not as many. Dang it. I messed up my stack, so that's my fault. I was looking at... Thank you, Hobo. In my head, I was doing stack 1. I was supposed to be doing stack 2 because I'd been going for this one the whole time, but it's okay. Still only 6 points. No big deal.
I pulled you back 2, so now you go up 6.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there we go. Oh, 6.
6.
Perfect. Yeah. There we go. And now I get this. Thank you.
And
Good
you
call out.
attract
I
1
appreciate it.
researcher.
I'd been going for this one. I'd been going for stack 2, so that's my fault. And then I attract 1 researcher to the site of the encounter. Attract comes from here, not from...
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that.
And then you take your token.
Yes,
So
thank
here
you.
go. And I will reveal my number 1, which is Something's Afoot.
Nice.
Gain for researchers. No hunters are here, thankfully, so that's going to be +7 points. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take this guy. And then attract 1 researcher to the side of the encounter.
Nice.
And I will pull this off to put it on my stack.
Weather than beaten, poor lizard person peeks out and, having learned from their mistakes, puts on its human suit. Time for me to gain a lot of points. I am going to gain 1,
Nice.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 points.
Nice.
So I help to a 6.
So
I
you're-
grab a 10.
So you're up to a net 3 points if you don't count the 13 minus from that first one.
It's fine. It's fine. Let me have this, please. Let me have this.
Yeah, I know, right?
However, during this
sorry.
night, I will have to place my hiding spot on the available set with the fewest humans, which is going to be unfortunate, but what you
There
gonna
we
do?
go. Sorry, I am attempting to move my... I need to be better at moving my camera around when reveals happen. I'll try to be better at that. I'm not showing off the cards well enough. And it's mainly I keep forgetting that they're behind my camera on the upper corner of the overlay is the big thing. So...
All right, that's me done. Over to you, Christina. Do you have anything to reveal? You do not. So we move on back to Jesse.
Can I still move my cryptid now?
You will later.
You will. We go back to turn order of replacing them back out, and you will get to replace yours when it comes to you in turn order. So I will start. Cannot go here. Cannot go here. Cannot go here. Do I want to go over there? Sure. Why not? We'll go over here with you guys. We'll hang out over here. Okay. Now Josh. Oh, I draw back up now. I'll hold on to the. Yeah, we'll hold on to these. Why not? Okay.
All right. Josh seems to have picked it. Let's see what cards he wants. As for me, I am going to have to go to a location with the fewest humans, so it has to be either this site or this site.
For those
Actually,
of
can't think
you
of it. I'm already
who
there,
want to
so-
know, fewest can or it can include 0. So it's not. It doesn't have to have a human. So these places have no humans. Thus, that's where he would have to go. And that's due to his. That's due to his real deal. Sorry, he may have said that already. I'm just trying to, since this is a video going up on as a recording later, want to make sure that I'm reiterating. So he has to go to that spot because his real deal said during the night, place your hiding spot on an available site with the fewest humans. So.
And because this is the only site that has the fewest number of humans that's available to me, this is a choice of 1. So I've placed it. Over to you, Christina, and now you get to pick any of your 3 hiding spots, and you can move freely to wherever you please.
I am gonna move this hiding spot. I'll hide over at Witch Ridge, and then I also draw back up to 5. Correct?
Correct.
You get to discard any number of cards first if you'd like.
Yes.
Yes. I'm all good, but I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
And now that we're done with hiding spot replacement again, moves on to Josh. Josh, I don't know if you are intentionally muted, but you're muted right now. Which is totally fine if you're intentionally muted. No big deal. Just wanted to make sure you weren't trying to talk to us.
Previously intentionally muted, so I didn't cough in everyone's ears. Unintentionally muted at this point, though.
Okay,
Emperor Bigfoot will now do the event. This happened on our last stream.
It did.
Too, where
We had
so many of the same
Yeah.
color. It's fun. Okay, in player order, each player must move 1 researcher from the site with the most researchers to an adjacent site.
I just want to also say that this happened to poor Christina last stream. She thought she was going to get to benefit from a large chunk sum being left behind, and now we're moving all of them on her. So
Yeah.
Okay, so I will move
There's always
here.
researchers too.
yeah, I know, right? All right.
So now, Matthias,
Alright.
you move from the place that has the most, which looks like it is
Yep.
still Witch Ridge.
To an adjacent site. I'm seeing it.
Yep.
I'm gonna loop, I think, in this direction.
Christina, your turn.
Will you ever release your games on Tabletop Simulator as DLC? I love the games you make, but I don't get to play them often anymore due to... Oh, so this one... So we don't do official releasings on Tabletop Simulator for the most part, like we haven't up to this point. However, you can find our games on Tabletop Simulator from other fans having uploaded them. So there are some already on there. Twisted Cryptids is not on there right now. However, you can find some by just... So if you are in Tabletop Simulator, you can find them in the workshop. You can find... Again, I don't know what... I don't know what state they are in. Some of them are in different languages. Because we've used some of them with our playtesting to get all of our cards in there quickly. We find save states from other players around the world that have our games in there. Some of them are in really weird save states, but you can find you can find a lot of the unstable games on there. And then if you want to, what I'll do is this. I think I still have this as a... I don't remember if it's UG or UU. I think it's UU Discord. Hold on, let me see if this command works. Okay, yeah. So if you click on that, that will allow you to join our official like Discord channel that is run by some of our super fans. This here there are people that have talked about the Tabletop Simulator files on there. So just figured I would give you that there. Okay, cool. Sorry, I derailed us for a second. Okay, cool.
So everybody is going through this. Christina, have you moved a single researcher from the site that has the most researchers to an adjacent
Yes, I
site?
have.
Fantastic. In which case, Josh, if you could continue the...
I think Jesse hasn't yet.
Yeah, I have not. So, and something to note is I should have said this. There will be again, assuming we hit the social stretch goals, there should be a tabletop simulator file once specific stretch goals are reached. Social stretch goals, assuming we reach them. So, I had meant to mention that. Sorry. Okay, so I have to move on. Sorry, I need to stop paying attention to the questions.
Here.
Not really. I love paying attention to the questions, but you get what I mean. I'm gonna go over here with this one.
Fair enough.
Oh wait, no, I'm
and
sorry.
then-
I'm actually gonna go this one to here though. That's what
Yeah.
we're gonna do. There we go.
Sounds good. And then continuing with drone scouting, extract one hiker from the site with the most hikers. Sigh. Attract 2 hunters to the site with the fewest humans.
You and me
Let's-
both. I really hope we get there too. That stretch goal. I love anything with aliens, so I'm a big fan of aliens.
Okay. That is the event done.
Nice.
Shall we move today?
Yes.
Starting with me. I will attract 1 hiker and 2 humans. Those 2 humans are going to be 2 more hikers.
Of course.
So 3 hikers.
They're all where
Yeah.
I don't want them to be.
They'll then move my cult to that site. They're already there, and gain 1 myth for each hiker attracted, which is
Nice.
3. So I'll gain 3 myth from that. And that's my turn.
Cool.
Oh wait, I can cultivate. Maybe I'll cultivate. Where's my other guy? He's over here. I'll cultivate one of these hikers to
Related.
increase my influence to 3.
Moon.
That's actually my turn.
Oh, nice. Moon, that's a good question. As of right now, I can't say that. We have not explored video games from the standpoint of like the games team in particular. It's something we've talked about on and off over the years. Video game would be awesome. Our art would translate really well to a fun video game, like an RPG of some sort. That'd be cool. All right, Matthias.
All right. I am looking at a 7 here, and 8 here. Very daunting. Very daunting indeed.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
I guess I'm going to have to extract. I can extract people from a neighboring.
Will there be
Okay.
merch of this game? I want a shirt. So we actually have some cryptid designs on our site already. So,
Okay.
Christine, I obviously feel free to jump in whenever when you want to, if you hear a question that you want to answer as well. I know that you're very well equipped to answer those. But yeah, no, we have some cryptid shirts online on our site already.
Yes. Is it my turn as well too?
It
That is correct.
Oh, perfect timing. Cool. So yes, we do have cryptid shirts on our T-Turtle website. It's tturtle.com. Most notably, we have the Cryptid Crew shirt, which is really fun. We have one for Bigfoot called Sasquatch, where he's walking by all sassy.
Yeah.
It's really cool. We don't plan on making any T-shirts for this Kickstarter. However, we do have reversible plushies of the base game Cryptids. And if there's any merch you would like to see in the future, one of the biggest impacts is if we hear like a large outcry for certain items. So if you pitch the idea in our Discord or one of our Facebook groups, we'll be keeping an eye out. And if we see more people expressing interest, then we will absolutely consider it. And then to resume our regularly scheduled cryptid programming, I am going to activate my cryptid power. And I am going to discard. I'm going to discard this card. And as a result, I get to extract 2 humans and then draw 2 cards. Oh, this is actually kind of difficult.
So
I'm
can
going to extract 2.
You do you. Sorry, I will answer the question after your turn. My apologies. I need
You're
to be
okay.
better at that.
All good. And then I draw 2 cards, and that is my turn.
Okay. What do I want to do? Twisted Funko Pops. Okay, what do I want to do here?
Can we play everything? Yes, none of the expansion packs are exclusive to each other. They are all modular. You can add every single expansion pack and play it all. I would not recommend that for a first play. I might not even recommend that for a second play. That will be chaos incarnate. But they are technically functional.
All right, we'll do this. We'll do this. We're going to play my and card here, and we're going to attract a hiker to here. And then I'm going to extract a human. What do I want to extract? This hunter. All right. That's my turn.
Let's say my second turn will be to play. I will. I will discard this card and this card to direct my cult. So I discarded 2 cards to direct my cult, so I will direct them 1, 2.
Ooh,
Right.
nice. Okay.
But because I am at influence 3, I can use my ritual 3. When I direct my cult to multiple sites, which I just directed them to 2 different sites, I may attract 1 human to each of those sites.
Ooh,
So I will attract a human to this site, and I will attract a human to this.
nice.
It will occurs, and guess what that means?
And I can only do that once per round, so I will not be doing that the rest of this round.
Yes, but you attracted a hiker to a site.
I did not play a card, though, to do it.
Yes. Yeah, so that was...
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only when you play cards to do it. So since I used a direct ability to get it, or if I used my cryptid power to do it, it wouldn't count for a ritual 2.
All right. Over to me. My
And,
second.
yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
Mhm.
No, I just say I pass it to you.
Fantastic. I am going to use my lizard person to attract 1 human and draw 2. So I'm going to attract 1 human, I suppose.
Oh, this seems interesting. What's up, Cryptic Knights? Will the cryptid culture expansion increase? Yes. Yep. There are 6 cults provided and 2 new cryptids provided. So yes, it will increase to 6 players.
I'm still a testicle over here. Oh, wait, did I put it there? I think I did put it there. Never mind. Over to you.
Ooh, okay. This is an interesting board state.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I am going to start my turn by cultivating.
You always end your turn by cultivating.
I will end my turn by cultivating. Just
Discard.
keep that in mind.
Discard.
Note to future Christina, end your turn by cultivating.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Peck. Appreciate it.
You know what, Josh? I've seen how much you've done for us, and you did so much for me last round, or 2 rounds ago, that I am going to attract a hiker
Nice.
to this location.
All right.
And then note to future self, I am cultivating, and to honor that, I don't want to mess up the flow we have going at Crooked Chasm, so I'm going to cultivate at Witch Ridge.
You and me
Move
both,
back
Cryptics. Yeah, Cryptic. I actually think Bigfoot's probably my favorite. I think Bigfoot's probably my favorite cryptid. All right, my turn. What am I doing here?
My favorite cryptid is not present on the board at this moment.
That is fair. What am I gonna do here? Okay, so. Oh, okay. This is what we'll do. This will be nice. I will discard this to use my Awu, and I'm going to big scare 2 humans from this spot over to here. And then I'm going to cultivate from here and increase to here.
One of us.
Exactly.
One of us.
Gooble gobble, gooble gobble. Forgot what movie that was from.
Very
Let's
interesting
see.
movie.
It was
Perhaps for discussion for a different time.
Yeah,
maybe.
good call.
My final turn will be to play attract one hiker. And he's going where you think he is. To the Crooked Chasm. And because of my Ritual 2, when I play a card to attract hikers, I can increase gain myth for each hiker attracted. So I'll gain 1 myth. Crawling up.
Nice. Yeah, working your way up that myth track. Okay, Matthias, it is your go.
It certainly is, isn't it? Woof. Let's see if there's anything that I can do.
I'm a big fan of skinwalkers, though I would hate it as well. Yeah, skinwalkers freak me out. What is a cryptid each of you want to... Right? My bad.
I am going to attract one hunter and extract one human. I'm attracting a hunter here, and extraction can happen on a site neighboring your hiding spot, right?
Yes, extract, yes. Sorry, I was reading through the questions.
Make your guys' life a little miserable, if
Nice.
I can help it.
Go for it. Okay, what is a cryptid each of you wants to put in the game that hasn't been planned yet?
Well, my favorite cryptid, for example. But I can't say.
Yeah. And then I will answer that in a minute, Stewie. The next one was big. Hold on. I want to make sure. Unique cryptids where... Hold on. Ever thought of adding unique cryptids where it's just humans disguising as other cryptids, sort of paying tribute to your first idea of Twisted Cryptids with a social deduction game? I love the idea of a cryptid that's just a man or a woman in a suit. Because of the approaches that we took early on in the game process, we've thought about stuff like that. But we'll just kind of see where it goes. So, all right. Is it my turn? I'm sorry.
No, it's my turn. I just didn't want to talk over you.
I appreciate it. Okay,
yeah,
you can go.
So I am going to rummage again. I really love rummaging. I am going to discard I'm gonna discard this card and this card. And for a refresher on rummage, I will now draw 2 cards. And then I get to play a card still on my turn. Wonderful. This is actually so perfect. I'm going to attract one hiker. I wonder where it's going. And then I'm also going to extract one human.
Oh, actually, are you okay if I cultivate? Just get that out there.
Yeah. What site?
Like over here. Just
okay.
It doesn't affect you at all, in any way, shape, or form.
If everybody else is fine with it, I do not mind at all.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you.
I'm fine with
so
that.
much. Thank you so much. Sorry, please continue.
You are all good. I'm gonna extract this researcher. I don't know what he's doing over here. This is hiker territory.
Nice.
And then I would like to direct my cult.
Nice. So
that would be an action,
so that's an
right?
action. Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, never mind. Wow, I did not plan this out correctly.
You still have one more action, I think.
No, that's the last turn.
That's the third one.
Oh,
That's fine.
drat.
Do you want to rewind and take that card back to direct your cult instead?
I think my point yield will be better with what I did, and also reversing the rummage and everything would be too much, so it's okay.
Oh, that's true. I forgot you rummaged.
Well, I am going to discard a card. Or actually, I'm going to discard 2 to move, but not that one. This one. I'm discarding this one and this one to direct my cult twice using my third ritual, which is when you direct a cult to multiple sites, you may lure one human to each of those sites. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my cult of mystery here once over here, dragging one of these with it, and then over to here, dragging this with it.
Woof.
So mysterious. They're just following you.
Just following me. I'm a pretty charismatic dude. All right.
Well, that puts us into the dusk.
Yeah.
And Bigfoot is very pretty and very cute when sleeping.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Bigfoot dreams.
So real quick, there's actually a question that's worth answering here before we move on. So extract, yes. So technically speaking, because you can go from an adjacent, there is a chance that you could extract from any spot. However, if you have all three of your hiding spots in this corner here, you would be unable to affect this spot. So just something worth noting. Okay. So yes, theoretically, because you can extract from a spot of your hiding spot. Yeah. So. Oh yes. Yeah. So yeah, just figured I'd mention that. You can continue on, Josh.
Okay. So Bigfoot dreams. With all these hikers gives me 12 hikers, 24 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It is all the hikers, Hobo. That is correct. That is
no
all,
minuses.
all 12
and
of
my
them.
cult is there, so my ritual 1 activates, gaining me 3 additional myth. Since I am at influence 3, so that's
24 plus
24 plus 3 is 27. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that gets me a 10, and then the 20, so I'll just take a 30.
Nice.
Then during this night, I can only draw until I have 3 cards in my hand, and I will take this token.
Hey, what's up, JC? What's going on, man?
I have nothing to do here, so over to you.
Oh,
Christine.
wonderful. So lurking, this is my hiding spot number 3. So lurking at the Crooked Chasm
Ooh.
is Lucy Fern. That's not the Jersey Devil. That is actually just
That's the little girl.
a small child ready for Halloween, which is actually perfect timing considering the season.
Right, yeah.
So I will gain 1 point for every hiker here and minus 1 point for any researchers, which there are none, thanks to my last turn. So that's 6, 9, 12
Nice.
points. I will take that. So we'll do 10 is going to be a full lap, which will take me to 3 again. And then 11, 12. And then I will remove my hiding spot.
Don't forget the
Place her-
effect.
Oh yes, and then her effect, because she was revealed, I get to scare 1 hiker from the side of the encounter. And I'm going to scare... I'm trying to figure out what direction. I'm going to scare in this direction.
If I was to get...
I love this card's effect because it's a small child that a hiker comes across in the woods and just runs away. They're like, nope.
Yeah, I know. Not a cryptid, nothing like that. Just, you come around the corner and you're like, oh, okay. Don't want to be here now.
Um,
You're less disappointed as a researcher.
Yeah. All right. So it's my turn now. This time I won't mess it up. And I am all puppered out this time. So it is my real deal. I gain 22 points from this here with no negatives. So I will go up 2 and gain 2 of these. I will gain 2 of these. I'll adjust this to a 30 here in a second. And then I also get an additional 3 points from my cult being at the site of the encounter. So 1, 2, 3. And then during this night, I may only draw up to 3 cards in my hand as well. So Josh and I are twinsies.
Oh.
All right. Yeah.
That
Oh, let
puts
me
us
grab
at
my hiding
night.
spot. Yep. Brings us to night. Let me flip this over. Oh, I love the all puppered out, or the puppered out one. Makes me happy.
Oh yeah.
I understand why people like Chupacabra so much. All of the cards for Chup are so cute.
The Fern Friend?
Right? This one, the Fern Friend. Yeah, the Fern Friend, the very first one I revealed.
Yes, I love.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I can only draw up to 3, so I did, and then it will
Oh, yeah, I
be
need to draw.
last.
My bad.
All right. I need to move.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I didn't ever put my... Oh, yeah. Hold on. Never mind. I drew out of order. Just ignore me. I forgot that you placed and then drew. My bad. So I just won't draw at the end of my turn.
Number 2 comes here, and I'm going to discard 2 cards, draw 3, and hope that I can get something fun going. Over to you.
Goodness. I need to figure out where I want to put this hiding spot. Huh. Let's see. I get a plus. I'm gonna move this hiding spot here, and then for cards, I am going to discard this and then draw 3. And it's over to Jesse.
Perfect. Let me see what I want to do here. Where do I want to go? I can't go here. Can't. Oh man, I'm down to the last 2. Oh, I'm down to the last spot too. Look at that. I can't go here or here. I had, and then can't go here. So I'm going to Witch's Ridge, or Witch Ridge, not Witch's Ridge.
The witches don't own that ridge.
Right? Yeah. Wait, Witch Ridge? No.
It's like
all right.
Return to Witch Mountain.
Right.
It's just Witch Ridge.
Back to me. Or did you discard draw? Yeah.
Yes, I had accidentally drawn out of order. I wasn't going to discard my last one. I just drew before. Oh, let me put one of these. I'm going to put 2 of these back and then flip one to 30. Okay.
The lizard person.
Fantastic. A fantastic morning to all. I am going to be revealing the event. Good morning, everybody. I know a place. In player order, each player must move their cult to an adjacent site.
Ooh.
Well, that's excellent for me. I'm going to be moving my cult over here. And next up is Christina. Could you please move your cult to an adjacent site? And you have to move it. You can't just keep it where it is.
Oh, dang. That's actually kind of nice. Let's see. What do I think the action's gonna be happening? I'm gonna move my cult over here.
Right. And then Jesse, if you could move your cult to a neighboring location.
Where do I want to go? Sure. I'll go over here.
And then Josh,
I too will go to Witch Ridge.
Fantastic.
Well, not
Then
the cult
I'm going to attract 3 hunters to the site with the fewest humans. That is unquestioningly this. So we get a hunter presence. Hooray! And the game begins. Finally, I have things I can do. This is going to be so exciting. I am ecstatic.
Just a quick note for anyone, I'm not ignoring your questions in chat. We are having a small Q&A session at the end of the gameplay, so there are some questions I'm going to leave to the end if they're not directly related to gameplay that's happening in the moment. So it's not that I'm ignoring them, just wanted to say that we're making sure we're getting through the gameplay as needed, and then we'll have time for questions. So if I'm ignoring them for the time being, that is why. Okay, sorry, carry on, Matthias.
I'm going to strong lure to researchers. Strong lure means that it comes from the site neighboring the site of the site that I started from, basically just 1 extra range. And I took 2 researchers from here,
nice.
And I lured them all the way over there.
Nice, okay.
And I am going to cultivate, and I'm going to cultivate to level 4. Hooray, my influence is on 4. Over to you.
Yes, sorry, I was writing down questions from the chat to address later.
Cool.
Let me see what I would like to do. Also, I will say I've been taking notes and trying to keep up with my hiding spots a little bit better, and I think it's actually working out in my favor. I have just like, I have the grid drawn out and then just little smiley faces and frowny faces to help me indicate which ones are beneficial or bad.
And the 2 of us are doing okay. The score of the other guys, let's not look at that. Just
yeah. I just am.
Eyes on the prize. We can still win.
Eyes on the prize.
Absolutely.
Nice.
I do think I know what your hidden adjective is, or hidden trait is, though, Matthias, just based on what has happened so far. Let's see what we want to do. Oh goodness. Okay, so we want hunters, researchers, hikers.
Z, like I said, we're writing down questions that we will answer at the end. Please know I'm not ignoring them. That is a answer that likely Christina will have to answer. which is totally fine. But we'll save that to the end.
Awesome. I am going to start by big scaring. And I'm
Me?
gonna
No, I'm
big
just
scare
kidding.
2 researchers, so that means that they can go up to or they go 2 spaces away.
Up to 2 spaces away.
Up to 2 spaces each.
Yeah, because
Like
technically
they go move
it's
together.
zigzags,
Yeah, they
but
will move together, but they only have to move. So they both have to go to the same spot, and both have to go the same distance.
Just like that.
Yeah,
Perfect.
perfect.
You stole
So
them
they
back?
both at Woodbridge, yes.
Oh no. Okay.
They were my researchers. Do you want to cultivate?
Actually, yes. I'm gonna cultivate one of those researchers.
Excellent. That means less other pieces on the board.
What's your game plan?
What do I want to do? We are going to. Okay, yeah. What am I gonna do? We're gonna do. Yes, we're going to. Not do that yet. I lied.
You crunch a few
Dang it.
cards in your hand, and now
I know it's rough. I keep being like, I'm gonna do this. Oh, never mind. Up. We'll do this. We're gonna do this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, and I'm not gonna cultivate right now.
I will. Do I want to do that yet? I guess. I will play this card to lure 1 hiker and scare 2 hunters. So I'll scare 2 from here. But it's just the 1. And then do I want to cultivate? I will wait. I will also not cultivate.
It is with you're correct. It is focused around hunters. However, I have to attract them, which is coming from the not hiding spot, coming from the rest area to the board. So that's the only. I think that's the only way I get points from it. So, and then I could move my Colt there if I wanted to. So okay.
I'm gonna discard a card to use my cryptid power, which is to act casual. I'm going to attract 1 human and draw 2. The human that I'm going to attract is going to be, I believe, a researcher is still better than anything else. And I'm going to draw 2 cards, which is the real goal for me. Over to you.
Don't forget your ritual too.
I didn't play a card to attract, didn't I? I discarded a card.
Oh, my bad.
It was the act casual that you had done, right?
I've been paying attention, so just it is what it is. Over to you.
Just trying to help a lizard out.
I appreciate that. I do feel painfully behind, but it's not going to be that way all the time.
Right.
I've got schemes. Very subtle ones. Nobody can notice.
I am going to activate my cryptid power, and I'm going to discard a card. I will extract 2 humans. I'm extracting these researchers, and then drawing 2 cards.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay. So. Yes. We're going to do this. And I'm going to attract 1 human to here. And then I am. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Yeah, sure. We'll go over here. And I will score 1 for the human that I attracted. Because it was a hunter. Cool. Okay.
Let's see here. I will also track one human and
Nice.
also make it a hunter and also put him there.
Uh-oh. All right, my turn. I am going to just dig in. Hope. I'm just gonna lure one hiker in. Hope for the best. Final action. Let's go.
Oh goodness. Just because I think it'd be funny. I'm going to extract 2 humans.
Oh.
Why do you want them to win? Look, you're not even there. No.
2,
I know.
4, 6, 8, 9.
I just wanted to
2, 4,
refill,
6.
replenish the hikers that we can
7.
attract later.
Oh no. Let me think what I want to do here. I think this is the only thing I can do. It's just strong lore. And just because I want this researcher to go on a long journey, I'm going to strong lore from here, and I'm going to make him wander through Pine Hill Park over to Maple Lake first. Cool. Nice. There we go.
And if you look at the map, that was the quickest route.
It was, yeah. That's fair.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, we have 8 total here, if you count the lore
Compared to
researcher.
8, 9.
Yeah, and you have the last play, but you have to get 2.
I do.
Don't do it.
No pressure.
Yeah, you get it's the last play, and it's you just have to get 2. Cough, 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 cough. Bigfoot.
Yeah, I know. But my cult isn't there, and so it makes me be sad.
Yeah, that's fair.
But points are better than no points, I suppose. I will discard this to yoink 2 hikers over here
I am
with my
in pain.
cryptid power. And then I will also cultivate one of them.
Christina, you did this.
Sorry, but it's kind of funny.
My pain is eternal.
My
I am in
pain
agony
is
forever.
an internal.
All right,
I'm
let's
so
take a look.
sorry.
We have 7 points here, and we have, I believe, 8. So this site gets revealed, which means that the first player that gets revealed is Chupacabra.
Yes, and
Number 3.
unfortunately, I didn't get to cultivate this turn, but I didn't want to hamper my hungry for blood Chupacabra from eating as many hunters as possible. So I did not want to cultivate. So I get 2 points for each hunter. So 14 points minus 1, so 13 points. So I will take one of these, and then I will move up 3. 1, 2, 3, and then an additional 3 for my cult being at the site of the reveal. 1, 2, 3. And we are right here. Cool. And then I will select my hiding spot and move it away.
My number 2 is my Feet of Fury, which is a real deal. So I get 2 for each of these hunters. That's 7 times 2 is 14, minus the 1 is 13.
Yes. That was this one. Feet of Fury here. Nice.
13. I'll just replace one of
Josh
these.
is over here killing us. This is going very
Jesse,
well
did
for
you
us.
get your points for your cult?
I did. I got my 3 points. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
Don't forget your little hiding spot here.
Yeah, and also during the next day, I cannot use my cryptid power. It is unfortunate. I love liking from one site to another. That's it. To the night phase. I think.
To the night phase, which means I get to move one of my cryptids. I'm going to move this cryptid over here. And I'm going to discard, I think, these 3 cards and draw 4. Over to you.
Lovely. I do have the opportunity to move one of my hiding spots if I want.
That is correct.
Hmm.
Josh, you and I are twinsies again.
I know, right?
I'm gonna move over here.
He's angry.
Right. Actually, no. I'm gonna leave that there. Do I want to move either of you two? I'm gonna move you over here to the Crooked Chasm. And then for cards in hand, I'm going to discard you and you. And then draw 3. Cool.
Okay. Okay, sorry, I have to decide where I'm going.
You have to return Chupacabra hiding spot 3.
Thank you.
Not to make more.
I can't go here. Can't go here. Do I want to go here? Seems like a disaster. We'll go here. Why not? That makes sense. Sure. Or wait. Oh, no, I can't go there. I have a guy there. So yes, I'm going here. All right. Let me draw up to 5 cards.
Let's see. I will go here and draw 5 cards.
Alrighty. I think everybody has performed their redraw. I'm going to take my crown and fling it over Jersey Devil's direction for the final round.
Wow. So we're gonna flip over this event card. And it is investigative journalism. So the first step is to move 2 researchers from the site with the most researchers towards the site with the most humans. So toward the site is just going to be just moving them once.
Yeah, so what it would do, yeah, correct. Yeah, it would go, you're not going to, it would be, in this case, it's coming from this site to either this site or no, it'd be to this site. So it has to be this site. Yeah, so it has to come over here.
Towards means you move one site towards the direction of, right? That's what towards means in the language of the game.
Researchers.
Cool, so that is done. Next, I will extract 1 hunter from the site with the most hunters. And then to finish that up, we're going to attract 2 hikers to the site with the most hunters.
Wow. What a blocky location.
Weird.
Yeah, wow.
We'll sort it out.
Do that.
We'll sort it out. Exactly.
Focus on your turn now. We'll manage the board for you.
That sounds so threatening.
Oh, I don't mean it like that at all.
No, not at all.
I think that made it more threatening.
There we go.
Great. To start my turn, I am going to activate. Am I? Should I? I'm trying to see. My cult is over here. I think for this turn, I'm just going to attract 1 researcher and attract 1 hunter.
Alrighty.
Or 1 hiker. Sorry. So I'm going to attract 1 researcher. I'm going to attract it over here to Witch Ridge. Oh, sorry. Attract is
yeah, from the
from the rest area.
Correct.
And then I'm going to attract 1 hiker, and I can do this to a separate location because
that
it
is correct.
And ability.
Correct.
Lovely. I'm going to do that right over here. We needs more cowbell.
Finally, someone's on my side. What do you
Yes, we can join forces. Okay, that is my turn. Actually, do you mind if I cultivate?
Go for it.
You're allowed.
Or I completely pass. Sorry about that hiker.
I'll live. I have tools. We'll figure it out.
All right.
Okay, that sounds good.
I am going to. It's my go, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I was like, I was getting ready to play, and then I was like, maybe it's not my turn. All right, we're gonna attract 1 hunter and 2 humans. They are all going to be hunters, and this is coming over here with me.
And you get 2
and
points.
I get 3
3
points.
Oof.
1, 2, 3.
Do you wish to cultivate?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, we will cultivate. Why not? Okay.
Let's see. Bigfoot will. Let's go attract 1 hiker and attract 1 hunter. So I'll attract 1 hiker to here. So that's a card. I'll do this to gain the 1 point with my ritual 2. And then attract 1 hiker to over here. I will also cultivate 1 of these hikers.
All right. I am going to lure 1 hiker over here, and I'm going to cultivate from over here 1 of these researchers. Over to you.
Yes, sorry. I think I am going to. I'm gonna play this card. I'm gonna attract 1 researcher, and then extract 1 human.
Well, sure. I kind of just want to, at this point, see a little bit of chaos, I think. So I'm going to extract 2 humans.
Do that.
All right. Josh.
Over to you, Josh.
Let's see here. I'm going to play lure 2 hikers.
Ooh.
Now lure them to here.
All right, I'm going to just lure 1 hiker. Come back here. They had a nice little tour, you know.
Yeah.
Saw the sights. Over to you.
You know what? I'm just gonna play it safe. This is the very last round here, correct?
Yeah.
That is correct. In fact, it's your very last action.
I know, I'm so scared. Actually,
I'm
you know,
so
for my
scared.
cryptid power, I can extract. It's the same rule where I can extract from
Correct.
adjacent sites,
Yep.
correct? Adjacent to a hiding spot I have.
Correct.
You could do that, or you could move your cult over here if you think that this is a safe spot. You know, there are a lot of things you can do. It's all up to you.
Yeah, I mean, the only other person that's at. Oh, actually, I get to decide which side if there's a tie. That is actually lovely.
Sure, that is good.
Also, if you move your cult multiple times, you could scare people around.
It's true. You have options.
This is true. So if I direct my cult to multiple sites, I can scare 1 human from each of those sites.
Correct.
And to activate that is the.
You have to discard multiple
to move your humans.
For each time I want to move.
That is correct.
Wonderful. I'm gonna discard.
Think you might main Nessie. Nice. It's good reason.
Could even do all 3 and go 1, 2, 3, and then scare these guys up here.
But why would I?
If you're going frackers there.
If I
that way you end on the
go...
space where the reveal is.
Yes.
That gets you
so
point.
If I wanted to do that, I just have to do it twice, correct?
Correct.
You could, but if you went this 1, 2, 3,
yeah,
then you could get this guy, and end on the space you want.
You know what? I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes.
You're
So
welcome.
I'm going to move here,
Okay. By
which
discarding all
will.
3. Yeah. So hold on.
Yes.
This is a good. I'm gonna take a break just to walk through the actions happening right now. So what's happening is Christina is going to direct her cult 3 times. She is doing so by discarding 3 cards, which are these 3. Her cult started here. When she moves her cult, it says when you direct your cult to multiple sites, you may scare 1 human from each of those sites. So we'll watch her do it. So she's going to go here for 1, scaring 1.
It would be from each of
So
those sites.
it would be so
you
go
would
this
scare
one.
this one first.
Yeah, scare this
So
one
from where I
first,
scared,
and
got
then
it.
then you come back here and you scare this one, and then your third action is to move up. There you go.
Then
Perfect.
I'm gonna move here, and since
And since it's a
options
May,
won't cast.
Correct.
yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm so
Thanks, guys.
thankful.
You say that, but I'm gonna redo the harm that Christina just did, and I'm discarding 3.
No.
And when I direct my cult, I get to lure 1 to each site. So I'm gonna go 1,
No.
2,
Jesse,
3.
you're actually the worst.
I had to. I couldn't help it. It was.
Gosh, please.
I can't get in the reveal, so I have to. Josh.
There's no way I'm getting a reveal either, so I'm going to discard all 3 of my cards and just be beautiful all over the place. And I'll go 1, attract.
Oh my gosh.
2, attract. 3.
Just adding people back to the board. Nice.
That's really silly. Fantastic.
Going on a wayward journey with your cult member. I get it.
You're doing it too.
Oh man, Matthias is doing it now as well. Oh boy.
I'm gonna perform this, right? Wait, is this a good idea? No, it's not. It's actually a bad idea because I do a lure. And luring is not as useful as something else I could do. I think it is not. I couldn't get enough. Could I? If I how can I lure 2 in here? I go.
It's up
1?
to. Oh, it's each of those sites. So
yeah.
3. No, I couldn't get enough here. I need more cards. So
You're starting
I'm just gonna attract a guy.
Nice.
There we go. I'm actually gonna get points this turn. I'm so excited. All right, let's go.
All right, so that's the end of the 5 rounds of gameplay. However, let me rephrase. That's not the end of the 5 rounds of gameplay. That's the end of this round, which is the 5th round. So we'll reveal the cards here, starting with the active player first player being Christina. So Christina, if you'd like to reveal your top card of hiding spot 1.
Oh, I've been looking forward to revealing this the whole game.
Nice, good.
So, I just love him so much.
Yep.
That's Billy from the petting zoo.
Aww,
That's
nice.
not the Jersey Devil. I get a point for every hiker, and I lose a point for every hunter. There are none. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. I'll take it.
Nice.
And
5 more for your ritual.
Yeah, and 5 more for your ritual.
5, 6, 7, 8 plus 5. Should take me up here. Thank you for that. And then I will remove my hiding spot, and then of this, I will lure 1 hiker to the site of the encounter, which will only benefit everybody else.
Well, only Matthias, so is Josh and I
only
aren't there.
Matthias, but he deserves it.
That's fair.
So after having raced around the board, panicking for the whole week, little lizard person finally gets to floop their limp little body onto a nice warm rock.
Nice.
And
Exhausted.
I'm going to gain 18 points and 5 points, which is 23 points. So 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2.
Perfect.
Like that. And it should be noted that during this night, I may only draw until I have 3 cards in my hands. I don't think that's going to be an issue with me.
All right.
Night phase.
Night phase.
Christina, you get to put your token back.
And then discard all. Oh, you don't have any cards to discard.
I don't.
I don't think any of us do. We played. Oh,
right.
no, but nice. That's
here.
Okay. Then me. Do I want to move? It doesn't really matter. No. I like all of my scenic views, so I'm just going to start totaling my points, which I will do.
also not going to move.
Okay. So the way that this game ends
That's
for
my
anyone that isn't seeing it because I didn't have any cards in my hand is at the end of the 5th round, you have the opportunity to move one of your hiding spots. The reason that it's important, despite you not redrawing up any cards, is there are some hidden trait cards that score you additional points based upon where you're at on the wilderness at the end, based upon how many humans there are there, so on and so forth. So you always want to make sure to move those and then discard any cards from your hand as well. And then we total points based upon what we have out here and myth points, and then any points from our hidden adjective or hidden traits.
I would like everyone to notice that I am at the front of the tracker. As you can see, I have full 9 points. Clearly, that will make me the winner.
Nice. All right, so I'll walk you through mine while I'm adding my score up here. So I have 40 points in myth tokens here, plus the 7 up here. So should not be an 8, this should be a 7. So I have 47 points before, so I have my 40 here, plus my 7 up there. And then my hidden trait is honest. I didn't reveal any of my hoaxes, so I get an additional 13 points. And then I had 1 real deal left because I had revealed 2. So I have 7 points. So we are at 60. I have 67 points is what I got from everything altogether.
Josh, what is your score?
Josh almost had 67 points with just his base score. That's insane. But to be fair, you scored some really high-end real deals multiple turns in a row, so that's to be expected. Nice. Nice. Okay. So we have in first place, we have Bigfoot here at 94 points. In second place, we have Jersey Devil over here with Christina at 72 points. In third place, it is Chupacabra over here with 67. And then Matthias, despite him swinging and missing on the very first one, only 6 points behind me for a whopping total of 61 points. So, yeah.
Yes, but I hope I have won everybody's heart.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what really matters.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, that's Twisted Cryptids culture, or Cryptid culture. So again, that had the base game with Nessa's More in there, plus the Cryptid culture expansion. So you saw a nice little spread of how the cults work, how some of the cult events work, how some of the new cards like Rummage and stuff like that work. You got to see some of the and cards. So glad we could show off multiple aspects of the game. We, I think, now are into question and answer. Yeah, Christina? Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. I am going to step away for like 2 seconds to top off my water, or I will be too parched to answer questions. So I'll be right back. But you can start prepping, and you can answer some of the ones that that obviously don't require me. So
yeah, absolutely. I am probably going to take a second just to collect any more that we've received through Facebook and through our Instagram story, while Jesse is stepping away for a moment. But if you've hung out this far, thank you so much for joining us for this playthrough. I hope it was just as much fun to watch as it was to play. I speak from personal experience. I think this is probably the best I've done at Twisted Cryptid so far, considering I'm not on the games team, and I'm very happy of how that has developed. I do think that the team's suggestions at the very beginning did help in my strategy.
And I hope my score shows that you don't necessarily win if you're part of the games team. So while we wait for the Q&A to set up, here's my question to the viewers. Did you guys enjoy it? How was it? Tell us your favorite cryptid out of the team that played here.
Well, Uncle Levin had said second place Woo, so I'm guessing Jersey Devil is one of their tops.
all right.
Yeah, Uncle Leben was rooting for me at the beginning when we made jokes about me probably losing, so I'll take second place.
Nice.
All right. I'm back. I apologize about that. Got some water.
Awesome.
All right.
People are saying that it does seem a lot more exciting after reading the rules and then actually watching it being played.
Nice.
Oh,
Good to hear.
the Colts are super fun.
Jersey Devil and Nessie. Nice. Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
yeah, questions, I guess, if we have any.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think one of the best questions to kick off is people are very curious about what the strongest or craziest cards we think are in the deck. So what cards are in that deck that we think are like I don't think anything's overpowered necessarily at all, but what are some of your favorite ones to see? And I think this would be a great question for the three of you of like what is your favorite based on your play style that you get excited when it's in your hand?
Yeah, so here, let me switch back to the other view here. So these always offer a good amount of versatility here, the lore from each adjacent site, because it allows you to it's the only card that allows you to theoretically lore 3, because you could get them from 3, or I guess technically 4. You could technically get up to 4. So these offer some good like utility, because they can affect multiple sites, all that good stuff. I liked the card, Josh. The one that was extract or attract 1, attract 2 humans is another really strong one, because it allows you to get. Yes, you have to pay the price for for the specific human, right? Like the one that I used, which was 1 hunter and then 2 humans, that gained me 3 points. I personally like yes, that one. This one here is a really good one. The attract 1 of a certain flavor and then 2 of a human is another really strong one. And then my personal favorite play style probably is I like to extract and then use that to attract what I want. So I'll normally extract hurting somebody else, taking something from where they like. So an extract 2 to take these from 2 hikers from a location, and then maybe play 1 that brings 2 back, stuff like that. So that's one of the ways that I like to do it. But yeah, these are universally these are universally some pretty good cards for the ability to lure from multiple sites. I don't know. Obviously anyone else on the team is willing or totally fine to weigh in, but that would be my vote. Would be these probably.
I'm with you on there. When playing with the cults, because this is a Cryptid Culture expansion card, I love comboing an attract ritual 2 with this card.
Yeah.
Being able to combos like that, but then also the extract and attract cards are fun.
Yeah.
From the Nessus More expansion, the and cards.
Yeah, the and cards are
being able to like pull fun combos.
Yeah.
As for me, I think that all of these cards can be useful, but if you're going to ask me what is the most powerful card in the game, I would say that I cannot tell you that yet, and tease about things happening in the future.
Nice.
Because the other guys have already filled in with a bunch of lovely information. And what about you, Christina? Do you have a favorite card?
I like the cards that allow you to lure from multiple locations at once. I do think that can be extremely helpful. And also I think paired with Jersey Devil, I really appreciated the Rummage combo. I think I got pretty lucky there with how I was drawing into Rummage cards and being able to draw 2 to have more to discard.
Nice.
And therefore kind of cycle that way. I think that was a lot of fun, but I like it. I love the cult expansion, and I do think that those abilities also just add like an extra layer to depth.
Agreed.
And the cards that they add, just in general. Awesome. So the next question that we received is asking about the Field Trip mini expansion. When we did our last stream, we unlocked Unicorn Chaos, or the Unicorn Frenzy mini expansion, which was super exciting. That will be included in every Kickstarter exclusive edition of Twisted Cryptids. As of this week, we have unlocked the Field Trip mini expansion, which brings in these awesome meeples, as Jesse is pulling up on the screen. Jesse, if you want to go over how that's going to change gameplay, I think people are curious about what kind of impact it'll have on human movement.
Yeah, so one thing that a lot of, anybody who has witnessed gameplay and all that. It's all about moving humans around the map. So these are just little fun cars that pop up on locations. They start in a given spot. The rules will tell you where to go with them. And then as they traverse the area, they take human flavors of their type with them. So it's a lot of fun. It's just a way to break up bigger piles of people when they drive through. They'll remove some or take some of them with them. So they're a lot of fun. It just helps human manipulation movement again throughout the board, which just always adds to. You can make a lot of plays utilizing these guys and letting them pick up some of your passengers along the way. So they're fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. The next question we got that I think is pretty interesting, and I guess it's more of a hypothetical, but people are curious if we have any plans or if any of us are in favor of an idea of adding different human types. So I guess it'd be a really great opportunity to explain why you guys landed on 3 human types for the current game. Are there any human types that you think could be fun for a future expansion without that being like us promising anything, just ideas being thrown around, or even different board types?
Yeah, so with the human flavors, we found 3 was a good place. Well, I mean, there's a lot of reasonings behind it. One of the main things is many more flavors of humans became too big of a cognitive load, where if you're stressed about much more than 3 different human flavors on the map, it becomes really hard to pinpoint directly or where you want to direct them, stuff like that. So we trimmed it down there. As for the board, we tried with some of the visuals we have at the bottom of the campaign. We tried a couple of different board states. We did a circular board at one point. We tried a couple of different ones. The reason we ended up on this one is this one actually allows for a lot of connectivity where you have more agency over the board, where if you're in these middle spots, you can technically influence virtually the entire board. This just allowed for more compared to a circular one. You're left with just either the one on either side of you. So we took a couple of different approaches with it, and we ended up on this one because of the nice flow between locations. And then the human flavors, just kind of, we made a statement. I don't remember who on the team it was, but there was a statement that we had made in the rules that like the humans were kind of the meat and bones of the game, and then we laughed about the idea of like cryptids actually, manipulating humans around and then eating them, that type of thing. So we ended up going with flavor to describe them because we thought that was kind of thematic and fun. And then we wanted each of them to feel a little bit different. So the researchers interact with specific sighting cards in a certain way, hunters interact with them in a certain way, researchers, so on and so forth. But 3, a lot of it was due to cognitive load. We wanted to make sure we weren't getting too crazy. As for additional humans, we are looking at other options for sure. Don't want to give away too much, kind of like Matthias was saying. You don't want to spoil anything, but we are looking at other viable options as well.
Yeah, I think that's a great answer for that. Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
The next few questions that we received are ones that I think I can answer.
Cool.
The first one that just came through in the chat is a common question I've been seeing is, will we be getting a vinyl figure of the unicorn from the Unicorn Frenzy mini expansion? There will not be a vinyl figure for that. We are settled in on the 10 vinyl figures that we've developed for the Kickstarter. They're going to be available as blind boxes after the Kickstarter is over for retail later next year. I love the unicorn character. I know a lot of our fans do as well. But with the player, it's going to be getting a larger meeple than you would have for any of the other meeples. It stands out on the board and it's pretty fun. And I think there are some fun ways that you can customize that as well when you're playing with it. We also got another question in the chat just now asking if the rest area playmat and the central playmat are going to be bigger to correspond with the bonus 20% bigger map. To my understanding, we are going to be expanding the board, or the wilderness board. So the wilderness map is going to be expanded in the base game. It'll also be expanded in the craft kit add-on and in the nostalgic wilderness board, which is for a lot of our previous backers as a previous backer gift. So if you've supported any of our previous campaigns, you're going to get that for free with your pledge as long as it's under the same account. If for whatever reason you don't receive yours, or you're not seeing that it's going to be attached to your account, or that, I don't know, if anything comes up, you can always email us at support@unstablegames.com. We also have a contact us form on our website. And just let us know if your email's changed and we can get that updated for you and take care of you that way. But yeah, the playmat, the larger maps should not affect that at all. People are asking if there will be a tabletop simulator edition available of Twisted Cryptids, and I'm glad they asked. So last week we announced our social stretch goals on the Kickstarter page. And in those social stretch goals, you can participate in different community challenges to unlock fun rewards. You guys crushed those in the first 24 hours. I believe we had 19 out of 25 unlocked, which is crazy.
Crazy.
The last two objectives are just project followers and project backers. As of today, we've completed project followers goals, so now we're just working towards that backer count. But if we can complete the backer count, we are going to be releasing a tabletop simulator version of Twisted Cryptids for the first time from us. This isn't to discourage anybody from creating fan-made versions of Twisted Cryptids on Tabletop Simulator. We love to see how creative you guys get. We do encourage fan content as long as it's not for like reselling our game is essentially one of our largest boundaries there. But if it's just for fun and to encourage community and gameplay, we're all for it always. Um, I know I'm rambling right now,
No,
so I
that was
will
a
fly
good
through these.
clarification. Very good
I'll fly through
clarification.
these last few questions. Um, People are wondering what come in the ultimate collector's edition of Twisted Cryptids. If you go to the Kickstarter page and you view the tiers on the right-hand side of the page on desktop, I believe it's a tab that'll pull out on mobile. You can click on the tiers and click see details to get more information of every single item, itemized of what is in that tier. The Ultimate Collector's Edition, um, or the Ultimate Collector's bundle is going to have as much as we can fill into one bundle. So it is going to come with the Kickstarter exclusive edition of the game, which has the Ness More expansion built into it, playing up to 6 players. You're going to get card sleeves to cover all of the base game expansion and the Cryptid Culture expansion, as well as any cards included with the mini expansions. It comes with a central playmat, which is Kickstarter exclusive, a Kickstarter exclusive rest area playmat. Um, and then it should also come with, uh, goodness, you should have the standees, the playmat bundle box, and then the vinyl figure box set. One thing I want to flag with this is we recently announced that we are going to be um, increasing the development of the Yeti and Deathworm expansion. And with that, we're planning on having it available as an add-on, or it is available right now as an add-on, and we're planning on having it ready to ship with Wave 2 of the rest of the add-ons during the Kickstarter. Because this was originally slotted for 2026, it is not included in that Ultimate Collector's tier. So if you do want that, or not mini expansion, just expansion with Yeti and Deathworm to have a full, complete Kickstarter exclusive set, you will have to add that on. You can modify your pledge now, or you can do it in the Backer Kit store later. We're not going to run out quantity wise because we will be developing it and then printing it. So you will have to add that. And if you'd like card sleeves for that, it's just one additional pack is what we've committed to.
Nice.
And if you're a little bit on the fence about that, I know we're still working through development, but over the next few months, we will be sharing more gameplay, more than likely another gameplay stream as we have that fleshed out and the artwork ready. I would expect that later next year, or earlier next year. And then same thing with that tabletop simulator file that will also be available to play for the base game next year as well. We'll be delivering on that stretch goal. Um, Let me see if there's anything else that we can answer right now.
So
Tabletop simulator.
Z, if you didn't that she answered the question about the packs there for you, that you just need the one extra.
Awesome. Perfect. I see we also got a few more questions trickling in. If you guys decide to do more expansions, will the expansions get lenticular cryptid cards? As of right now, the lenticular cryptid cards are not Kickstarter exclusive. We'll make sure to answer that before we close out the campaign and just be able to solidify that so people know exactly what is going to be exclusive. But if you've noticed on the page, they are not intentionally marked with that badge. And we are including non-lenticular cards in the games as well for those main cryptid tarot cards. primarily for people who want to display them, and also some people reached out about accessibility and that being a little dizzying to play with over the course of like an hour-long game. So we did take that into account when we designed those. I see Diddy asked about the Spotify reward for Twisted Cryptids. If you noticed, that is plural for playlists. We are going to have a game playlist, and then we also might include a few additional cryptid playlists for you as well. That'll be kind of funny to scroll through. So I hope you enjoy those. We should be releasing those later this week. I want to see what else we've been asked. If we reach the $2 million stretch goal, which is one of our funding goals, that is currently the final frontier for stretch goals. That should be the final stretch goal for the rest of this campaign.
I love how you called it the final frontier.
It's the final frontier. That isn't to say that we don't have more surprises up our sleeve. We post Kickstarter updates every day, typically in the evening, with some pretty exciting news in the last few. For those of you that might not have seen, on yesterday, we announced Here to Slay Banner Quest as an available add-on. It is the next expansion for Here to Slay. We also announced playmat for that expansion, along with 10 redesigned and redeveloped playmats for Here to Slay base game and all expansions that will be available for the first time through this Kickstarter. Those are not Kickstarter exclusive. Those will be available to retail afterwards. But you guys will be getting first access by a few months before those are actually released. I want to see, I think that should be all of the questions that we can answer right now.
Yeah.
There were a few other passing questions. I'll make sure that we include those in future updates, but there's nothing that I can give concrete answers on right now. But if you have any questions, feel free to join our Discord. You can ask them in the Facebook group as well, or even in the Kickstarter comments. We have a great team of Kickstarter game experts and collaborators on the project, as well as our customer experience team that are helping us around the clock to answer all of your questions. They send us questions that they don't have the direct answers to, and we're able to work our way down that list. So I really appreciate all of the questions and interest for the game. Like I said, we're keeping note of every single question we see coming through. We're having conversations behind the scenes and making adjustments wherever we can to make this the best project for you guys possible.
Yeah, exactly. Couldn't say it better myself. I also, while you were doing that, I accidentally typed in the wrong command at first, but I have the link in there for the Unstable Games or Unstable Unicorns Discord, and along with the Twisted Cryptids Kickstarter page. So if any of you do want to follow along with what Christina just said, there are the links provided in the chat for you. And does that do it for questions?
Yes, that is all of the gameplay related questions we got. I do want to call out this very funny question we did get on Instagram. That is asking, what is the gloopiest cryptid in the game? I don't know if you have an answer to round out the stream.
Definitely Loveland Frog, right?
It
I
would
think
be
Loveland Frog.
Or it's either Loveland Frog or Nessie, right? They're both pretty gloopy,
True.
but I would guess Loveland Frog.
Let me get a card picture for you.
Okay, that's fair. My bad, yeah. I mean, I guess if you count the drool from Lizard Person here, that's a little bit gloopy, I guess.
He's
kind of gloopy.
But
have you seen Loveland Frog in his mud bath?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that is true. Hold on.
You can see. That's Loveland Frog.
Hold on. Are you pulling up the card, Josh?
I'm trying to find it, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I might be able to do the same. Hold on.
Those are custom tokens.
We got one more question while we're looking into this. Just asking if sleeved cards will fit in the box for Yeti or not. Sleeved cards will fit in all of the boxes. We have made sure that we've expanded the vac trays to be able to carry sleeved cards, and that does count for the mini expansions as well. So yes.
Yeah, that's true. It went into your hiding spot. Hold on, it went into your That's true. That's true. This is
it's
pretty.
The mud.
Yeah, this is pretty gloopy.
Yeah, but you did make him larger. Like, look at them.
And just as a disclaimer, the cards are not going to be this big. This is us doing things at tabletop. Yeah. That's the gloopiest one. Cryptid right there. Yep, exactly. It has to be the frog. It's got to be. I mean, it's literally called Mud Bath.
I can't wait to clip this later for
I know,
social
right?
media.
Yeah, us all talking as game designers what the gloopiest cryptid is.
To be fair, we still have a dark horse because the worm is still underway,
Yeah,
and who knows how gloopy they will be.
it's
Fair
true.
point.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Thank you, team members, for joining. Josh, Matthias, Christina, as always, it's lovely playing games with you, showing off what we've created, so I appreciate you all joining. But all the fans who are here also, thank you so much for being here. I'll give all of you guys an opportunity to say goodbye. So Josh, Matthias, Christina, if you guys want to say goodbye to everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Cool.
Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for believing in me.
Yeah, you believe in Christina when none of us do with her winning gameplay. We've played too many games with her. Our faith in Christina's been burnt with gameplay. No, I'm just kidding. She's great. It's just easy.
Your words hurt.
I say I only joke with you because you probably own more board games than I do, or very close to. So like I can poke at you because
So
I
he's
know.
jealous.
Yeah, exactly. It's I want to be you, so like I poke fun.
It's all love here. It's all good.
Yeah, so all right. Well, thank you all. Appreciate it, and we will talk to you next time. Thanks for swinging by.